screw. Living when they right hard. Now he wanna AK. Step away. Hopping in that mosh pit. I was trying to raise shit. It's a different day. These fuck niggas on it.
Hey you guys, what's Gucci? It's your boy, it's your Kid Out, back here with another video. Yo, your boy Kid Out got against this video. Yo, we got hella Marvel fans tripping over some categorizing of a character with they nigga Thanos when this nigga isn't even a real character, and they we're having an issue with him being categorized wrong, blah blah blah. Let's go ahead and let's get into this video. I gotta talk about this, I'm gonna bring it up. I ain't finna go too hard on these niggas, but I'm just let y'all know. MCU Thanos has whack ass motivations. This nigga weak. His motivations are terrible in my opinion. His motivations are super cliched as fuck, more cliche than his comic origin. But I'd rather take his comic origin because at the time when he was coming out, his comic origin was somewhat original. Because in the 1980s, even before that date, comics and movies and stuff were like coming out and becoming way more popular than they already were. Now we're at a point where we see all the stuff from the 80s and the 90s before, and we're like, if you was living in the 80s and 90s, a lot of stuff wasn't really cliche because a lot of stuff was still new. Nowadays, you know, we get more cliche stuff and people trying to mimic those of the past and not trying to really propel their future selves. MCU Thanos, this nigga shit is overpopulation. That shit is whack. That's just dumb. I waited 10 years for this nigga shit to be about overpopulation. You might as well should have gave me the comic shape and just expand on deeper dialogue. That's really all y'all had to do. Shit, fuck. Watchmen did the damn near same shit. They copied the same strip of the comic book, and it was just as good as the comic. They tweaked the ending, but it was just as good as the comic. I knew how it was gonna play out, but I just wanted to see my characters go from book to movie form. That's all we need, nigga. That's all we want to see. Take our characters from book to movie form. That's all you need to do. Cause these niggas that doing the movies, they ain't got no ideas. They don't got no new ideas. Cause real shit, they're taking from the comics, heavily from the comics. They're tweaking stories, and they're not coming up with original stories in a way, you know. Not really original stories. They tweaking shit heavily and saying it's new when really it's not. Cause there's probably tons of comic books that did the same shit you did. You just got it in live action movie form. So hey, let's go ahead and let's get into this video. Avengers: Infinity War. I did not like at all how they treated the incoming threat of Thanos. They treated it as a joke. These niggas, the Guardians over here joking about Thor's muscles. Drax over here, after Thanos killed his daughter, and after Ronan, who was working under Thanos, killed his Drax people, his daughter and his mother. He was over here making jokes about being invisible and shit. I'm like, nigga, shut your ass up. Do you want to go kill this motherfucker or not? You over here joking about being invisible. Whack. Tony and Strange having that little back and forth when it turned straight up comedic in reality to me, that shit was weak. Nigga, Thanos is coming. Stop joking. This is why Cap's crew in the movie were 10 times better characters than these niggas. Tony on Titan that was joking around, making jokes, being some man. Cap's crew, Cap, Falcon, Black Widow, Black Panther, Vision, Scarlet Witch, even Hulk, and Okoye remain way more serious than Tony, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and all the Guardians on Titan. All the goofballs stayed in space. All the serious warriors ready to fight went to Earth. Shouts out to Thanos for even having dumb motivations. Had a dope ass tone in this movie. This nigga was blood face serious, bro. He cracked without one joke. Thanos, as far as tone wise, they got him correct. This nigga came serious as fuck, played no games. He said, he told Scarlet Witch, child, I have lost more than you have imagined on this day. In the most serious way possible. He didn't even joke about it. Fuck. This nigga Thanos, bro. In this movie, whack motivations, but a serious ass nigga. Determined, but whack. Let's go ahead and let's get into this article. Follow boy on Twitter, follow boy on Instagram. Let's go ahead and let's get into this article now. Marvel fans are taking issue with Netflix calling Thanos an intergalactic sociopath in Avengers: Infinity War. Dang, these sound like the same niggas that be all like, don't call me a he or a she. They're not a he or a she. Call them a You can't call them a him or a she. They are not a him or a she. They are more than that. Like, nah, I mean, I'm cisgender. Nah, I'm pansexual. Netflix recently called some ways when it released its description of Marvel's Avengers Infinity War, particularly in regards to Thanos, and a few Marvel fans have taken issue with it. For context, here's the official description from Netflix. Superheroes amass to stop intergalactic sociopath Thanos from acquiring a full set of Infinity Stones and wiping out half of all life in the universe. I can care less because about the term what you call him, sociopath, psychopath. He knows what he's doing, but still, this nigga Thanos is whack still, even though he knows what he's doing. And I'll get into that after we finish the article. The specific term is that causing all the ruckus is the term sociopath, which some fans are saying that Thanos clearly isn't. Psychopaths and sociopaths sit underneath the umbrella of antisocial personality disorder, mainly differ in regards to guilt or lack of conscience. Man, all these fucking disorders and shit to explain mental health. I get there's mental health and shit, but niggas, people be using that shit to let some motherfuckers slide. Like real shit. Nigga go shoot up a school. Oh, he's a psychopath. Oh, he's mentally insane. Nigga, lock his ass up. If he can plan to go shoot up a school, lock his ass up. Psychopaths are typically described as having no empathy for their actions, lacking any true sense of right or wrong. Sociopaths, on the other hand, are described as having basic sense of right and wrong, but ignore it to achieve their goal. No shit. Throughout Infinity War, Thanos shows that he does have regrets, especially when it comes to killing Gamora. That scene was bullshit to me. I did not believe that he loved this woman because, in my opinion, in my wholehearted opinion, this nigga loved the stones more than her. He sacrificed her for the stones, so who does he love? If he loved her, if Thanos really loved Gamora, he would want to see her alive, he would want to see her well, and he would dump his crusade of what he's doing. He would give this up if he loves her. This nigga didn't love her. Thanos is that kind of guy Thanos is the kind of guy that will beat his girl's ass for saying, "Oh, I'm gonna leave you because you're so damn mentally abusive to me and shit." He's that kind of nigga. Like I'm about to beat your ass if you leave me. Real shit, because I fucking love you, girl. You leave me, all them other niggas out there, they not finna take care of you. They finna dump your ass. Thanos will take care of you. Thanos is that kind of guy. Thanos is that kind of dude. That's what Thanos is. That's not love. That's some weird freaky deaky shit. And that's some weird shit. That's not even love. That's some toxic ass love. But that ain't love. There's a difference between love and toxic love. Toxic love is that weird freak nasty shit. Is that weird shit where women and dudes will be in a relationship. They will mentally or physically abuse the other partner just to keep them with them and fucking interrogate this person, scare the death out of them and shit, and make them feel like they ain't shit. That's that shit. So it does seem he is aware of his actions. He also knows he is killing half of the universe. No shit. Bullshit. But believes it is for the greater good. In that case, he would actually be more of a sociopath than a psychopath. But then again, we're here at comic book are far from doctors, so we'll leave any actual diagnosis up to experts. In any case, several Marvel fans are taking issue with Netflix's assumptions that, and you can check out their reactions on the next slides. We'll check out too. How dare you? Some fans are pretty incensed. How dare you call Thanos a sociopath? Netflix, he's trying to save the universe from overpopulation. He recognized the finite amount of resources in the universe. He's seen what happens when those resources run out. I hope fix this, you ignorant bastards. I hope these people are joking. I seriously hope they are joking. I hope they're not very serious about this description, because I can care less. I hope they are joking. Like, I honestly hope they are joking. Wrong category. Some just don't think Thanos fits the definition of a sociopath and feel that Netflix miscategorizes him. I really take issue with Netflix categorizing Thanos as a sociopath. He's clearly not. Oh shit. Okay, fuck. These niggas, they serious. Stop Netflix describe Thanos as an intergalactic sociopath, please. Oh shit, they serious, bro. If Thanos is a sociopath, isn't Thanos a psychopath, not a sociopath? Please correct me if my dumbass is wrong. It doesn't really matter because I can care less. Netflix description for Infinity War describes Thanos as a sociopath, so does this mean that Thanos knows that? So does this mean that Thanos knows that what he's doing is wrong, but is doing it anyway because he's stubborn? Does he truly believe that wiping half of the universe is key to saving it? I would say Thanos is stubborn for sure. That's a fact. Thanos is a stubborn dude. This dude is stubborn. Who doesn't think, bruh? Let's get into it. Who doesn't think Thanos is stubborn? There were so many heroes and people pleading with him to not do this, and he's over there telling them no. Thanos is killing. if anyone thinks that what Thanos was doing is a good thing for the greater good in any good way, then I guess this nigga Hitler was doing a greater good. I guess, I mean, he was wiping out half the population anyways. He was trying to limit the population and getting rid of niggas that was just taking up space. I guess, Hitler and Thanos, hey, they're just doing it for the greater good. They're doing it for the greater good. They're doing it for the greater good. Because Thanos, I can see he has good intentions. Hitler had good intentions for Germany, but the way he went about it was wrong. Thanos has good intentions for the galaxy, but the way he's going about it is wrong. So yes, he is very stubborn. He is stubborn. That's right. Look at the way he acts. So many people pleading with him to not do the snap. And you want to know what he does? He does the snap. Doesn't care about anyone else, and he's only thinking about himself and what he thinks and how he thinks the universe should run. This little god complex he has. He has a god complex. He thinks he can take on the task of justifying whether or not he's the one who executes balance. He has that shit. Don't say he doesn't, cause he do. Thanos. This is the issue with Thanos too. So this nigga gonna kill half a life in the galaxy, right? He gonna kill half a life in the galaxy. Okay. Did Thanos forget that if you don't stop reproduction, if you don't limit reproduction, the planet each planet is going to overpopulate again. This shit's going to be a running thing because niggas like to have babies, niggas like to nut in bitches, niggas like to nut in them. They don't want to take care of the kids, so then they'll put them up for adoption. Then those kids who don't have parents and people to lead them might be in the same predicament. They may be young as shit, going around nutting inside girls and shit, and girls might be trying to lock their legs around their man, like, bust inside of me because I know you got money and I need you to take care of me and this baby. You better bust inside. It's that kind of shit. Thanos, why don't you, with your 6 infinity, this is why Thanos is whack, because he's not creative with his power, especially when it comes to testing his power. He tested his powers to fight. He didn't test his powers to help. He's testing his powers to fight weaker mortals. Thanos, why don't you take your 6 Infinity Stones, snap your fingers, and see if you can either turn all the toxic waste on all the planets into food? Why don't you try to expand the universe? I just want to make the universe bigger. I can increase the size of the planets. Why don't you try that? Or Thanos, since you can kill half, why don't you just limit reproduction of each being in the universe? Goes for animals, humans, whatever aliens say on other planets. Limit their reproduction. They can only have 2 children a year, or affect their minds and make them think that they can only have 2 kids every generation. Each couple that wants to have a child will only think with your power. They'll only think to have 2, and they will be ignorant to have any others. But Thanos, he's crazy because in this movie, Thanos is crazy because he wanted to kill half of his people before Titan was going to die out. Thanos had a belief to kill people on Titan before the planet was going to die. Okay, cool. What else in this movie explains him being insane? Because this is the thing. Before Titan died, Thanos had a belief to kill half a life in the universe. Okay, cool. Before his planet died. Let's use this. This is Thanos when he was a child, in his youth. This is Thanos when he had the idea to kill half and execute, we should kill half of people on Titan. And this is our endpoint. And before, we get into Infinity War. Alright then, this part's shaky right here. In this movie, what explains before here, in between this gap, that Thanos had the idea to kill? Where did that idea of Thanos killing half come from? What influenced him in his youth as he was growing up to be that quick to kill a bunch of people? But you want to know what the Russo brothers, Kevin Feige, and Marvel Studios want you to do? They want you to go read a book, which is DLC, which is bullshit. Nigga, I'm watching these movies to watch movies. If I want to go read a book, why to go read your trash ass MCU books? Nigga, I'll go read a comic book with better stories, better characters, more characters, and y'all got these limited amount of characters. You gonna tell me go read a book? This is the issue with y'all fucking book on Thanos. This should have been Thanos' movie. Less than the amount of screen time these heroes get. Because if this is the first time we officially get Thanos. You give us a Thanos origin, make this a Thanos movie. Show us his past, his present, and what he wants to see in his future. They showed us his present and his future, but they barely showed us his past. But if you wanna go see his past, go buy a book. That's how you telling me. That's how you telling me. Go read this book. Wait a minute. You won't get that in the book, so you got to go watch this movie. I'm reading a book to read a book. I'm watching a movie to watch a movie. Tell me go read a book. Like you're making me go read a book, because for me to understand Thanos in your movies, I have to go read his book, which I'm not finna read. I'm gonna be purposely ignorant and not read that book. I'm gonna be purposely ignorant. You should have had that shit in your movie. Real talk. What else? 'Cause I was gonna bring up something else, but yeah, these niggas telling you go buy DLC, and best believe only comic book fans are gonna go read this book. MCU casuals, they probably don't know this book exists. The old people that go watch these MCU movies with their families, they're not finna go read this book. The parents with almost 4 or 5 kids are not gonna go read this fucking book. The kids who go see these movies, most likely none of them aren't gonna read this book. Some of them are, but most likely the majority will not be reading this book. They go to watch the movies. These little ass kids ain't finna go read the fucking comic book. They want to go see a movie. If they want to go read a comic book, nigga, they'll just go read the ultimate comics or some shit. The fuck? You tell them, oh, buy this book so you can understand the movie more. Huh? And freak out of here, bro. That shit's weak. Trash. Telling niggas go buy a book for your fucking movie universe. What? Telling people, go buy a book. That's whack. These people sound like some SJW people, like real talk. Do not categorize him as a him or a she. That is not the proper noun you should be using for this individual. Categorize him correctly, sir. Be PC. SJW. That's that shit sound like. That shit funny. I hope these people are joking though. I hope this is a joke and they're not serious. I really hope they were joking though. Like if they're joking, I'm gonna come cool. If they serious, these Marvel Studios put y'all movie on here, bro. Shit, and damn, come on now. I won't be watching it. I'll be watching Black Panther and shit up on there. I'm mad they took off Civil War. They need to put Winter Soldier on this bitch on Netflix. Shit. Well, at least they got Doctor Strange and Black Panther on here. I prefer those movies over Infinity War. Y'all know how I feel. But hey, that's just how it is. Yeah. One more thing. I'm about to drop an Aquaman updated review. I'm finna go in with the consistencies and inconsistencies of it compared to other movies. It's gonna be a gang of people up here that's gonna be part of the video. We about to go in. We about to dissect this movie. We about to bring in the MCU. I mean, not the MCU. We're about to bring in the Man of Steel. We're about to bring in BVS. We're about to bring in Suicide Squad, and we're about to bring in Aquaman and Justice League. And we're going to dissect this universe. We about to either probably wreck it or help it. I don't know. We about to wreck this shit. But you guys, Aquaman was tight. I like Aquaman. I like Man of Steel. I like Wonder Woman. I borderline like BVS the Ultimate Edition. Probably the only 4 I like out of the current universe. Out of all the movies, the BVS Ultimate Edition, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Man of Steel. I can dismiss Suicide Squad and Justice League, because Justice League, what it did, it was a movie with 2 directors, and it needed to be one vision. Because Justice League was already going to fail regardless. It was going to fail. So they either should have just stuck with one, and they had 2 different visions, and it didn't mesh well. Either should just went with the Zack Snyder version and just dropped the movie. Like Roche should just went with the Snyder version and just dropped the fucking movie. I'm just saying, because it was either or. You either have Josh redo the whole fucking movie, or you just go with the Snyder version. But they chose to have Snyder and Josh's vision, and those visions were two different things. Snyder had a darker universe, and Snyder had this this super light-hearted universe, and it didn't mesh. Well, it was going boom, 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 boom. It was trying to connect, but it was doing this. Snyder and Whedon's universe, it was doing this. They're not connecting. They're doing this. They can't connect. They're going off the path. They're going on different paths. That's what it was. But I'm going to end this video. There's your boy Kid Out, the first Black Super Saiyan to arrive in the clinic. Don't do drugs. Spread that peace, love, and positivity. Gang all day. Deuces.